Okay, friends, before you can make your first loaf of sourdough bread, you need to choose your ingredients. This is just going to be a brief rundown of things to consider when choosing your ingredients. First, you're going to need at least 100 grams of fresh active sourdough starter. Mine happens to be named Joshua. You're going to need water, and for water, choose distilled water, reverse osmosis, well water, and I would avoid tap water because sometimes it contains chemicals like chlorine that will kill the enzymes in the starter. So if you can avoid tap water, do that. If you can't avoid it, you can give it a try, but I haven't had good success with using tap water. You're going to want some salt that is not iodized. I've used the Kirkland sea salt with no problem. This is another one that's very popular with bakers. It is not pure white. It's got all the minerals in it. I've used pink Himalayan salt, no problem. Your bread flour, you're going to want to use bread flour because it has a higher protein content, and that makes it easier to develop the gluten. Regular all-purpose flour just doesn't have a lot of protein in it, and you want to be able to develop those gluten strands in order for your bread to rise really nicely. So I choose organic flour. I don't want glyphosate in my food. And some good flours are King Arthur. You notice it says unbleached. There's Arrowhead Mills. I haven't ever actually baked with Arrowhead Mills, but I'm going to try it. It is organic, unbleached, and I found this at Walmart, both of these. This is sold at Costco. I've gone through almost 20 pounds of this. It has a lower protein content. The protein is 11.5%, which means it will have less gluten in it than the King Arthur. The King Arthur is, I think, 12.7%. I'm not sure about the Arrowhead Mills, what the protein content is. That we can look it up online. But when I'm using the Kirkland, I like to add just a little bit, 2 tablespoons of this gluten flour. It just helps boost the protein content a little bit because it's a little short. Bob's Red Mill has about 13.7% gluten content, so Bob's works really beautifully. That's why I don't have any to show you because I've used it all up. And they were out of it at Walmart when I went yesterday. So. But any of these will work. Actually, any bread flour. I've already baked with the Walmart Great Value bread flour, and it'll give you a decent loaf as well. So use what you can find on those things. So those are your choices. The recipe that I use is just, for a beginner, is just 320 grams of water, distilled water, and 100 grams of starter, active starter, and 500 grams of flour, and 10 grams or 1.5 teaspoons of salt, non-iodized salt. Just one other thing to remember, always make sure your flour is unbleached. The bleaching does kill some of the enzymes in the sourdough, so those are the things to look for. Then you're ready to get started.